the Consumer Protection Authority completes 2 years, the authority that was formulated to uphold the rights of consumer. Now, what are the steps that authority is going to take in coming months or year? And thanks a lot for talking to us. My first question would be that regarding the hazardous product, how many notices have been sent to whom, especially the e-commerce players? What is the detail in this?
So we have issued, 15 notices, 5 to prominent e-commerce platforms, and 10 to the sellers who were found to be selling these goods on their platforms.
When it comes to the e-commerce players, who are those? And has the entire investigation, whatever the process is there, has it been completed?
We had issued notices, and then we have also taken their replies. We have given them opportunity of hearing, and now they are on the, many cases are actually in their final shape. In one case, final orders were also passed. A penalty of 1 lakh rupees was imposed, and they were asked to recall all the pressure cookers which they had sold on their platform.
Okay. Regarding the e-vehicle, the battery fire incident and all those things, what is the process that is going on as of now when it comes to the protection authority?
So basically the, e-vehicles which have caused serious harm to human life, particularly where they have injured people or where people have lost their life, we've taken suo moto cognizance of these matters and issued notices to all these companies.
Okay.
But I know that other departments and other regulatory authorities are also looking into this matter. So we have called for their inputs together with their, their reply and the inputs that we get from these regulatory authorities. We'll be giving opportunity for hearing before taking a final order.
Okay. On the fake reviews part, you have called several meetings as well. So now it is almost at the final stage, what we understand. What has been shaped up so far?
So I think the meeting with all the stakeholders has been very, very interesting and exciting. I think we have been able to find out that there are majorly, 3 fields where fake reviews or paid reviews are very much in common. Okay. So these are the white goods or the goods, consumer durables. Then there is a sector of food and beverage, and then there is a tour and travel agency, which is very popularly, people look for the reviews.
Exactly.
Now we see that many companies and many, our members have also contributed, and they have said that they are using, technology in ensuring that only a genuine consumer, first of all, gets to post a review. Okay. So this is fundamentally very, very important, both for the industry as well as for the consumers. That he has to be a genuine consumer and not, somebody who has been paid to write reviews. Okay. So this is one. The other is that using of several algorithms to ensure that we can find out who is actually posing, the correct reviews. And also to show that it is truthfully represented, which means with the companies should not be able to hobnob into the reviews that they are getting if it is a genuine review. Okay. So whether it is a positive review or a negative review, it should be available to the consumers as they have received.
My last take on the cab aggregators part, have these cab aggregators, especially Ola and Uber, have they given their replies, and after seeking their reply, what is the thought process of the production authority?
So they have, provided their inputs, and we will be now issuing notice for hearing. We'll hear them before taking a final order.
Thanks a lot for talking to us. With camera person Radhe, this is Samir Dixit for ET Now.